time to get up? Hi, Peppy. Good morning. Hey, it's Dr. Todd with Chiropractic First and Rhino Wellness. My dog, this animal loves to have stuff in her mouth. She's a bird dog. What can I say? Here you go, honey. We've just kind of given up. So if anyone has good dog training videos, that is not my expertise. My expertise is getting you super healthy. Hi, puppy. So today we're talking about super restful sleep. Now, full disclosure, I didn't sleep super hot last night. I was burning the midnight oil, getting ready to serve the masses better and change the face of healthcare, especially in Reading. If we're going to do that, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Singing is also not my specialty, but it is a long way. We've got a long road to go because people are sick, and it saddens me and breaks my heart to see how much premature aging and sickness and death and just lack of freedom that people have. So that's what I'm here to do, is to help you. If you don't have sleep, you ain't got nothing. So on a regular basis, I sleep really well. Occasionally I have restless nights, so it's pretty appropriate that I am doing this video today. So we're talking about 5, and truth be told, there's actually 6. I like to over-deliver, sometimes under-promise. So a recent study showed that people who sleep 6 hours a night, not 8, but 6, have an equivalent blood alcohol level. They don't actually have alcohol in their blood, but their mental and coordination performance is like a blood alcohol level nearly the illegal limit of 0.07. So think of what that says. If you're not sleeping regularly at night, it's like you're drunk all day, and some of you know exactly what I mean. My wife Dee, amazing human being that she is, raised 4 boys for 10 years. She was either nursing or pregnant. Unbelievable. And she was like, she could definitely tell us she was like she was drunk all the time. She probably felt like she should be drinking all the time for some reason, but she didn't drink because she's an amazing human being. So these are 5, no 6 keys for how you can get better rest to have more freedom in your life. So the number 1 key is breathing. Now that is both before you go to bed, and we're going to go through rituals before you go to bed in a moment, but also on a regular basis. Deep breathing calms down your nervous system. You live out of your nervous system. If your nervous system isn't calm, nobody's calm. It's like if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. That's how it is. So we need to calm our nervous system down. Look for my video on box breathing. That's one of the most important things I can teach you. That's changing many lives. I think that was officially the video on stress, which was last week. But when we breathe, our rib cage should fully expand, and it should contract and relax. That is better than any pill you can take, any neurofeedback, almost anything you can do. Breathing is the number 1 thing to bring relaxation into your life. The second thing is having a shutdown ritual. So at least 60 minutes before getting into your bed and calling it night time, 60 minutes you need to have your social media, your email, your computer, your videos, your television shut down, locked down. You need to have it, your eyes and your brain, if they see a bunch of light, they think stimulus, it's daytime. So your mind and your body need to be what? They need to be awake. So shut all that stuff off, which brings up tip number 3, think cave. An amazing book was written on this subject. What I mean by cave is your room needs to be completely dark when you go to sleep. So this book was called Lights Out. It's an amazing book. Don't remember the author's name, but you can Google it. On the Google apparatus, you will find it. And it is an amazing book about how light in our atmosphere, and including LEDs from your phone, LEDs from your alarm clock, all those keep us partially awake. They mentioned a study in there that they showed that they shone, I guess is the correct grammar, a tiny flashlight on the back of a bunch of subjects' knees in one study, and they reduced their melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone that we require to shut down our nervous system and go to sleep restfully. So make sure everything is totally dark in your room. First thing I do when I go into a hotel room, I unplug the television, I unplug the clock, I unplug all the things that have light. I put a pillow or towels underneath the door because we need pitch black. Which brings up the movie line for the day. So today again we have a Roots Juice card for you, the first person who gets this line correct. Now also, sort of a disclaimer, we have people now from all over the country watching this, and even people from all over the world as this expands. So if you live out of state or out of country, feel free to fly in. We do have people regularly fly in to see our clinic. You can spend a week. It's a Roots Juice card, and it's a 30-minute session with our body worker, Paul, who is the most specific, most gentle, most productive body worker I've ever seen. So 30 minutes and a Roots Juice card. So if you live far away, you can either fly in or tell us you want to pass it on to the next person. So here's the line. Ah, you think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. When I finally saw the light, I was already a man. So the light just became blindness. So what movie is that from? So you need to, even if you weren't born in the dark, you need to adopt it. You need to become molded by it. Your room has to be completely dark. So the next thing is, this one's in almost all my tips. If there were a pill that came out tomorrow, was free or nearly free, had 0 side effects, and was guaranteed in thousands of studies to reduce nearly every disease in half, how many of you would take it? Now, no side effects. I don't take pills. I haven't had a drug in my body in more than 22 years. No Novocaine, aspirin, nothing. But if there were such a drug, most of you would probably take it. That drug is called EXERCISE. Exercise. You should be getting regular, everyday exercise. Now, not necessarily right before you go to bed, because that can make your body awake and again be stimulating your awake hormones, but regular daily exercise. Now, there's too little and there's too much, but very, very few of you on this line do too much exercise, and very few of you need to worry about that. The Billy Browns of the world, however, go Billy Bear. You know who I'm talking about, so you may be occasionally getting too much. Like, you might be a redneck, but you're not a redneck Billy Bear. The fifth thing is, on the opposite side of the cave, you need to be molded by sunlight. Now, in the winter, this becomes more challenging, but even faded sunlight is very useful. Our bodies need to become adjusted to a circadian, or circadia, or around a daily schedule. Our bodies need to become adjusted to circadian rhythms. A study was done where they sent people out to the wilderness to camp. Some people are night owls and some people are early morning people. I'm definitely an early morning person. I can barely stay up past 10 to save my life. But the study showed that when they brought people together and they camped together for a week, all their circadian rhythms tuned into the same schedule, which was basically you're tired when it gets dark and you're awake in the daytime. So at least 20 minutes of direct sunlight with as much skin showing as possible. Now, if you're in my yard, please have some clothing on. But as much skin showing as possible to not only stimulate that vital vitamin D, but also so that your body can reset its circadian rhythms. The sunlight says wake, and then when it becomes dark, your body starts to shut down. The sixth and final tip, sort of final tip, there's kind of a sort of tip after this one, is this has come to my attention. Full disclosure, I do not do this. I don't have any of these in my room, but I'm going to start, because when you learn something new, well, you might as well make it good. I'm not going to bring up a movie line. This will be a different one, but I love movies. So the sixth one is plants in your room. NASA has done many studies on having plants in your house for detoxification and for cleaning your air. Super, super important, especially for those of you listening who are detoxing from cancer, and that's a lot of you. So we need to have plants that detoxify. So there's a list of the most key detoxifying plants that we can have in our room that suck out the toxins and spew glorious, beautiful oxygen. The number one is aloe vera, an actual plant, not a bottle of it, a jar of it just sitting in your room. The second one is lavender. Lavender smells amazing. Lavender is also a powerful essential oil to help you rest. Dee, my wife, has been known to sprinkle lavender on both of our pillows till we're almost numb smelling that lavender. And that helps just relax your nervous system and also cools the air in the room, it feels like to me and to her, and it detoxifies the air. The next one is jasmine. I don't know much about jasmine, but I'm going to go find out about it because I'm putting it in my room. The fourth is English ivy. And the fifth is snake plant, whatever the heck that is. So some of you are more horticulturally centered, and I thank you. I'm going to watch your tips on gardening because I need help in my garden out there. But those of you who want to, get those plants and detoxify your body and your air and help you sleep. So those are the 5 tips. Do all these really, really well, and I'm willing to bet you that your relaxation, your rest will improve. You will feel your energy go through the roof. If you're still experiencing challenges after doing all these things, you may need some specific testing. What we do in our Rhino 1010 program is we test all of our people's blood. So depending on their need, we also get hormonal tests. You may have some pretty major hormonal shifts. Sometimes these things are not enough to make enough of a shift. I've seen people in adrenal phase 3. I have someone I get the pleasure of dealing with now who is in adrenal phase 3. She's in big trouble. We're going to have to give her some big hormonal support in order to get her over this hump, to get her healed. I always believe in lifestyle. That's what I've always taught my whole life, is improving your lifestyle. When that doesn't correct completely every problem, sometimes we may need to go a little deeper. That's what our Rhino program is about. So if you're interested to see if we can help you, and if you live in Reading or near Reading, come on in. Don't hesitate to schedule a free consultation. Make sure you've liked this page so you can get announcements on our future talks. And I can't see who's fed in yet, but I'll bet someone has picked out what that movie was. And so we thank you for joining us today. If there's any way we can help you, let us know. You can click on Call Now. You can click on a free consultation, and we'd be happy to serve you. Hope you have amazing rest tonight, and we look forward to hearing your comments about how these help you. God bless your day. Thanks for joining us.